Aiba! Wewe!
Evening all, we are all here at the Lions Den Ruaraka at the arena where extraordinary has almost become the commonplace in recent times. The ridiculous has home to the neighborhood, and there is a promise for more this evening waiting to entertain us. The team that has scored more tries than any other in the 2024 KCB Rugby leading the Kenya Cup log, and Strathmore Leos coming in 2025 Kenya Cup season. And the ongoing field the ball with KCB, bringing it upwards, taking the tackle. The center referee, we have Constant Cup, most experienced referee here in Kenya. KCB with the ball. And there comes the pass. You can see heavy collisions coming in from both sides in the rack and off play. Here comes the pass into the 22. KCB still driving forward into the lead. The rack is formed. Referee say release. Into the 22 goes KCB. This is the last game before teams break for the festive season. Three-day action with clashes going to ignite passion and rivalry across the country. Impala Grounds will transform into a theatre of intense action, hosting an electrifying double-header. Pirates, still fresh from their championship goal in April, locks on with the Swarras. Back here in KCB, we have the Strathmore Leos taking in KCB now. Few minutes into the clock and we have our first round. Goal, Strathmore goal. Strathmore player is down. You can see the physio attending him. We don't know whether he's okay, but he looks perfectly good. Both teams taking sides, talking to each other. One knew they set to engage in a pulsating battle with Kenya Harlequins in the same arena, away from the capital. Number embarks on a maiden voyage outside the global journey to the final. Simultaneously, the vulnerable Red Lion will square off against the Seputa Valley Boys at the stables at Christmas. Back in action here at KCB Grounds, the referee calls the team for the scrum. First scrum of the game. The Strathmore Leos player, Joseph Kelly, is back on the field. Also, championship matches are taking part across the country. The Sanguls host the resilient two Marines at the building. And there comes the penalty from KCB, but referee says hold on with the scratch and go from the number 9. There comes the tap and go into the 22. KCB building up slowly with the gameplay as they continue to grind into the 5. The resilient Strathmore Leos holding on to their defense, steady and quick, holding on to the ball. And there comes the pass. The funny plays that was a knock-on from the Strathmore Leos guys. Still playing the offside advantage. There comes the quick tap from the number 9. And there comes the first try from KCB going in. KCB diving over the line for the first try of this game. As Lionel Angeletti line over for the conversion, bringing the scores 5 minutes. The Makaka ventures to the coastal stronghold to challenge Mombasa FC. Meanwhile, the lecturers will be out of class. Some varsity derbies of academic trees as the Suchunalog owns its ZTEC at the workshop. USIU challenges the formidable Catholic monks as Cougars prepare for the aerial duel at the Falcon. Conversion good by Lionel Angeletti, bringing the scores to 7. KCB 7, Strathmore Leos 0. Makumi lining up from for the kickoff for the Strathmore guys. Let's talk about this Strathmore squad, the young talents that they have bringing in. They show each and every weekend. And there comes the kick from Gideon Makuni. Chases down to the KCB territory. Tackle made. You can see the KCB lining up for the play. They decide to go wide into their own 22. Beating the pass from one defender, bringing it back into the field. You can see the green ball is all running to the KCB try box. Mike Sultan comes in with a try-saving tackle. And the referee calls in for a knock-on. Ball Strathmore. What a performance from the KCB in the first minutes of the game. Attacking the channels from the Strathmore. As we wait for the scrum. The referee calling in. Second row setting up for the scrum. You see the referee calling it in. Strathmore Leos playing in their own territory. They decide to go wide. There comes Matthew Mugaya with the carry. For a line out. Strathmore Leos decide to run with their own 22. High risk, high reward. The risk really not paying, and now it is a punishment towards them. KCB decide to go for the scrum. You can see Bob Mohati lining up for the play. As yeah, then a few minutes ago the ESS match has just ended. With Strathmore Leos taking a loss of 84-0, and now we are moments away. Eagerly waiting on what play the KCB is set to make for us. Bob Mohat is still calling for the goal. They can't hold on for that scrum. Bob Mohat is still eagerly waiting for the ball. Austin Sikutra forming behind him. Strathmore Leos looking sharp on their defense, holding steady, waiting for that pass to be made by the number 10. The scrum holding on steady. There comes the ball straight into the hands of Bob Mohat with a big carry. Strathmore Leos still defending in their own 22. KCB winning a penalty. And you can see as they discuss their captain, Andy Cole, discussing with the kicker whether to go for the line out or for the points. And line out, they take the line out. The fun never stops, especially after Kenya Sevens had a good run in Dubai and an impressive start at the Cape Town Sevens. Bagging a winner against our rival South Africa. Good show from the young lads, Nigel Amaitsa and George Oro, both Strathmore Leos captain, represented their clubs at local circuit and now doing it at global stage. And there comes the maul from KCB and it's dry. Strathmore Leos can defend the maul from their own 5, giving it an easy way for KCB to dive into the try-box. Giving a 5-point lead. Another one, Lionel Angeletti aligns for the post to kick for the conversion. We can see Strathmore Leos talking to each other. What are they not doing right? What are they doing wrong to give the KCB the advantage over the game lines? how good has the combination of Bob Muhati and Elgon Kapwina Tyson Maina been for KCB. Gideon Makumi lining up for the second kick of the game. Strathmore is yet to put points on the opponent's side. There comes the deep kick from Gideon Makumi. KCB lining it up, that's the mistake. Dropping it, but the referees say play on, went back, and there comes the kick. On street. Outside the line. The teachers called it for out. Shemo Kola is still playing the ball. Shemo Kola picked the ball from outside. It is Strathmore's ball. The teacher confirms that Buka Madongolo lining up for the numbers. KCB Rugby players calling up the numbers at the line-out. You can see Captain Baron Dasawar fixing up. Strathmore decide to go on a 5-man line-out with second row John Aswani anticipating the ball on his side. They decide to go for the 6 ball. Good line-out from Strathmore. There comes the first carry from Chacha Raymond. He goes down, referee says release. Wendo lining up for the second carry, and there comes the ball straight into the hands of Captain Machete. He decides to offload outside. But they're losing ground and losing contact here. They're losing it on the contact area. Ball is open. Referee says play on. Ball into the hands of Gabriel. He decides to fumble and kicks it for touch. Wow, talk about the line fight of KCB in their defense. Doing it each and every time Strathmore have the ball. They're putting the pressure on KCB. You can see Strathmore can't play the ball. They decide to go deep, but they still can't play the ball. They're on their own half. What are the options here? Strathmore under pressure, line out KCB ball. That knock on KCB. Now they're starting to make the errors, and this is what Strathmore actually wants. They want to force KCB to make those errors. Strathmore are good at with the ball in hands. They want to play it wide, but they can't run it on their own 22. They have to choose if it's one carry or the ball goes outside. We can see Michael Sultan and Gideon Makumi discussing on whatever should be done in this case since the scrum is on their own 5. KCB players also having a moment of their own as national winner. The physio of Strathmore attends to Aswani, the Strathmore Lord, who is down. We can see it's a knee injury. He's calling for the ankle. No, it's an injury. KCB guys still talking on what they should rectify. They have the advantage, they're playing on the right areas, they're putting Strathmore under pressure. But what are they not getting it right? Is it the execution? Losing ball into contact. Strathmore putting pressure all on them. Steve Wamai, the big number 8, talking to Michael Wanjala on how they should defend. Wendo lines up with the ball, feeds him into the scrum. There comes the exit from Gideon Makumi. Ball is out.
Keep coming! Keep coming!
KCB decided to go for a quick line out over there. You can see Strathmore numbers all over the place. Makush decided to go for the bomb kick. Putting it a little bit deep. And KCB decided to make a run on it. You can see the open side. Forward pass, constant tap pass. Making a very aggressive tackle over there. We can see his teammates applauding him, celebrating, but it is a forward pass and the play can't continue. What an electrifying game it has been. First 10 minutes, KCB scored 2 tries already. Strathmore playing in the right area, putting KCB under pressure, eagerly waiting to get that kick. Eagerly waiting to get the points on the board. You can see Strathmore discussing with his halfback Makush Olola wants it for himself. He says, Gabriel Ayimba also calling it on the shorter side. Let's talk about Gabriel Ayimba and the impact his family has brought across the globe with rugby. John Aswani, for the second time he has gone down. Stretching his legs, stretching his hamstrings, feeling his calves. Nashon says he's okay, he can play on. As they said for the second scrum of the game, too many errors, too many handling areas from both teams. Both KCB and Strathmore making a lot of handling errors in the first 10 minutes of the game. The sun is out, the fans are looking incredibly beautiful here at the cage. Kenya Cup matches going across the country. Ball. Strathmore holding steady on their scrum. Penalty, full penalty goes to the Strathmore side. It is Eric Niheso not binding with his hook away and now giving it to the Strathmore conceding a penalty. Gideon Makushi consulting with Shem Olola whether they should take the points, and yes, they decide to go for the 3 points. We were talking about Gabriel Ayimba and the impact that his family has made on the rugby field, in and off the field. His father was a legend of the sport, a Singapore winner as a coach, Kenya Cup champion as a coach also. The great chest thumping Strathmore 27th celebration was also introduced by the late legendary Benjamin Ayimba. Both of his sons now playing at the Kenya Cup. We have Gran Ayimba who is taking his boot today at the Nakuru, and here Gabriel Ayimba sidestepping through the KCB guys at the den. What a man he was, continue resting, legend. And there comes Darren Wendo with the kick. He looks good. Oh, misses slightly. Just goes a little bit wide over there. And now they're starting to compose themselves. Strathmore here, playing in the right areas, making the right decisions, and now they have to execute. KCB lining up for the 22 drop kick. Fly up. Emmanuel Opondo surveying the field nicely, looking at what areas to kick. Reds have covered the whole pitch. Strathmore covered the whole ground. The ball goes straight into the hands of Gideon Makumi. Gideon Makumi sees the option, decides to go for the high beat. He takes it up wide. Magoya on the chase. There comes Magoya, making the first tackle. They decide to go for the turnover. KCB holding on to the ball. And the ruck is good. They play it on the first. Still, KCB grinding hard on their own half. Strathmore working hard to win the scrum, to win the penalty over there. It was a knock from the KCB number 9. We can see they're lining up so many for the scrum down. But as I said, so many handling errors. Both teams need to work on their handling errors. This is the 4th scrum into the 20th minute of the game. I know the forwards are frustrated. I know the front rows are frustrated. The second rows can't feel the heat. Can feel the heat now. Darrell Wendo feeds the ball into the Strathmore scrum. He decides to go on the side. Shem Olola with the ball. Decide to take first contact. Pass it to Gabriel Ayimba, who steps in. Intercept comes from the KCB side. And there comes the kick. And finding touch there is Emmanuel Opondo, the KCB flyer. Emmanuel Opondo, the breakthrough player as a KCB. Such a young talent. He was rewarded this as the beginning of the season as the youngest player of the year in the KCB. Today donning the number 10 jersey, giving way for the referees calling the numbers in the line out, telling the hooker you have to stay 5. There comes the overthrow from the Strathmore guys. The ball is still a loose ball. Strathmore having the penalty, winning the contact. And there comes the turnover. Strathmore have been very good at the breakdowns, winning their turnovers. KCB need to first get to their racks and clear their racks before this one turns into the worst decision that they have to make all day. Strathmore lining up for yet another kick.
Darrell Wendo been so consistent. Started in the Impala Floodlights, made his debut against Nondis, played very well. He's been consistent on the number 9 jersey, replacing Arnold, Captain Arnold, who is out on shoulder injury, which he suffered on the last game during the Oilers encounter. This is Darrell Wendo lining up for the kick. The chasers already there. There goes Wendo. There comes the kick, and the kick is good. Strathmore Leos into the scoreboard with 3 points. That's what they want. That's what they want to do. They want to force KCB to make those errors in their own half. They know they have a good kicker, a trained kicker, and he's gonna go for the points. KCB lining up for the kickoff. We can see the boys in red here covering all parts of the field. He decided to go on a shallow kick, and there comes the knock-on. Constant Cup will be calling if it's a knock-on. Strathmore Leos ball. He had to change his decision there. It is a KCB Leos ball. Strathmore Leos continue to be resilient in their kicking game, playing in the right areas, holding on to the scrum very well. There comes the ball from the number 9. Bob Muhati decides to go wide, and there comes Austin Sikutwa with one option. Takes the ball inside. One man on the rack. Strathmore Leos decide to contest on the rack. The ball is still in. Advantage KCB. One more pass, Bob Muhati. Switch comes in, Isaac Njoroge, taking in all the contact. Shemo Kola, the big boy, takes the ball. The ball still playing. Went back, referee calls it. We can see the poles aligning. Captain Andon takes the first contact. Still going, still driving. Takes 2-3 out players with him. Take the 4th one with him. We can see Visa takes the ball, calls for it, and there comes the contact. Wow, so many contacts going on here. Decide to go wide. Space on the outside. And there comes the knock-on from KCB. Strathmore Leos forcing KCB on their pressure, but KCB here playing on advantage. What are they going to do? We can see Michael Wanzala pointing for the line. They decide to go for touch. What is the best decision there? Go for points. Add points on the scoreboard. Get there. Be better. But if they can execute their set piece well, if they can get everything well, then I don't know. Maybe that's their gameplay. They decide it's a full house over here. Decide to go for the maul. Is it a try? We can see Constant Camp, the center referee, consulting his immediate TJ, and there is no try. Scrum, Strathmore Leos on their own 5. KCB having an impressive run in their Kenya Cup season, already leading the log, tying at 10 points with their rival Rika Blast and Menengai Oilers. But the point difference is all that matters. KCB scoring more tries than any other Kenya Cup team, giving them the advantage to lead the table. Strathmore Leos having the scrum in their own 5. They call it. It's the 8th man's ball. And there comes the carry from Barnabas Owuor. Gain 1 or 2 meters, it goes down. So Gideon Makumi calls for it. And there comes the advantage. I think the flanker unbinded early from the scrum, giving the advantage to Strathmore Leos, who will decide to go for the line out here and take a breather. The kick is good, but still it's inside. He finds the ground, the first bounce, back into the hands of the KCB number 15. They decide to run it out wide. We can see Strathmore Leos coming in at the line speed, ready to defend. He misses one tackle. Misses the second tackle. There comes the big carry. KCB players running, calling the ball to go wide. And there comes the blitz defense from the Strathmore Leos. Scratch and go from Emmanuel Opondo. How quick is he? There comes the ball. KCB grinding into the 5, trying so hard to get into the 5 of Strathmore Leos. Strathmore Leos guys losing the ball in contact. Gabriel Aimba having to run the ball. Strathmore Leos showing a little bit of hard work in their defense, winning the ball again. Strathmore Leos, a lot of intensifying action here for the first round, 20 minutes of the game. A lot of action going around. The kick is good from Gideon Makumi. The penalty goes in the favor of Strathmore Leos. We can see Hooker, Dennis Tubey lining up, calling up for the numbers. Strathmore Leos eagerly. The ball goes straight to Victor Mboya. He's down. The referee calls for release. Darrell Wendo plays it to Gideon Makumi. Makumi plays it to the first pod, and there comes the carry. They decide to run it out wide. Gideon Makumi comes with a kick. On the chase is Matayo, straight into the hands of Angeletti with a good catch there. Strathmore Leos not utilizing the space, not kicking and not seeing the pitch very well. KCB deciding to run on their own half. And there comes the Wildlord. They decide to go wide, attacking. Strathmore Leos really missing out on the tackles, which is costing them. And there comes the kick from Emmanuel Opondo, finding ground. On the chase is Gabriel Aimba. Decide to go for the step. Decide to return the ball to kick. We can see the captains consulting. Constant Cap, who has finally made a decision. Strathmore Leos decide to go for the penalty, where Angeletti took the first carry. I thought they were all, KCB players were all in front of the kicker from the Emmanuel Opondo's kick. Gabriel Aimba waiting and eagerly watching as his number 10 aligned straight with Felix Njenga. Felix Njenga, who played for Oilers last year, this year signed for Strathmore Leos with the transfer window. Combining at the centers with him is the Kenyan international Shane Okola. We can see Visa rounding up and calling for the ball. End up playing it with Matayo. Tayo taking in the contact. And there comes referee calling off it, definitely. That was off it. Darrell Wendo went on his, dived into the rack, lost his feet, and cost this team a penalty. Talk about decision making, and rugby being a game of inches. According to me, they could have sought out their options. Their big boys on the outside, they could have played their big boys. Line out good from the KCB. They decide on a B-ball carry. There comes the good carry, but loses the ball on the contact. Went back, referee's play, says play on. Gabriel Aimba makes his tackle. Strathmore Leos forwards, they really need to work hard, get into the defense line. They're really costing this team, leaving some mismatches and letting KCB gain some ground. KCB decide to play on the shorter side. There comes the grabber from Angeletti. The kick is good. We can see Michael consulting there with his fellow halfback, Darrell Wendo, on who should have been there to pick that ball and who should have sorted that kick in the first place. Strathmore Leos now playing under a lot of pressure. on their own half. Referee calling it in for a water break. A lot of excitement today across the country. A lot of rugby action, all kicked off at 3 p.m. Ngong Road, it is an electrifying action there at Ngong Road as the doubleheader kicks off a few minutes. Here at the Den, 11 minutes to play. KCB still with an early lead with a 12 points, Strathmore Leos 3. Such a wonderful evening here we have at the cage. The sun is out, the fans are out, they're all smiling, looking good. Remember, the broadcasting live is brought to you by Evans Bet TV. Remember to support the channel in any way as we continue to bring you intense rugby action here at the Den. Eric Mieso come with the carry. Strathmore Leos, they tried to go for the turnover, fishing into the rack, but the rack was good. KCB decided to run it out wide. There comes the bad pass from Bob Muhati. It was a knock-on of Austin Sikutwa. KCB having to play in the right zone. They're keeping Strathmore Leos under pressure, but they can't really get to execute their set piece. It looks like that ball slept on water today. So many scrums. I can imagine the pressure that the Tide 5 are feeling right now under the sun here at Ruaraka. KCB here with an early lead, taking Strathmore Leos winning the half penalty. They decide for the tap and go. Gideon Makumi decides to kick. We can see Leon Angeletti assessing all over the field, decide to run it out wide. And there comes the tackle. Referee called the release. There comes the first carry. KCB still going into the 22, diving into the 50. Strathmore Leos really need to work hard over here to get onside. Constant Cup continuously warning them. Isaac Njoroge lining wide. Njoroge lining wide, constantly waiting for the cross kick. KCB decide to go on the shorter side. There comes the ball. Now they are into the 22 of the Strathmore Leos. So many high tackles coming in from the Strathmore side. So many missed tackles. There comes the ball. Lionel Angeletti decide to step one, step two, steps three, breaks one tackle, putting Strathmore under a lot of pressure. And there comes the first carry into the 5. KCB goes. Scrum half Michael Wanzala calling in for the forwards. Oh, Strathmore Leos thought they had the ball over there and he was gone. But they are not. The referee keep calling for the offside line. Strathmore Leos, they need to work hard, they need to get onside. Strathmore Leos really need to work hard over here. They're doing everything right, they're winning the turnovers, but the penalties are really costing them. I think the captain needs to have a word with the forwards in the next break. KCB decide to go for the line out. It is a full man line out. They'll be deciding to run it in the Strathmore Leos 5. Setting up. They decide to play it. It's a loose ball off the line out. Into the 22. Out they go. Gabriel Aimba with the intercept. There comes the first carry. Not releasing referee. He said that it was good. He was not the tackler. They decided to play with Elvis Olukusi taking in the first contact. We can see a lot of red bodies piling around Elvis Olukusi. KCB raising up the hands, calling it for him. He decided to go out wide. Well, the line speed from the Strathmore Leo, guys. A lot of landing areas from the KCB side. But we're still here. We still see them fighting and going. There comes the missed tackle. A lot of missed tackles from the Strathmore Leo side. And there comes the flat pass. One pass to beat the defender. Are they in? They're just short, 5 meters short. He's all alone with the carry. And let's say they scored. They score again. Strathmore Leo's really doing everything right, but they're not winning on the contact area. The contact area is coming a problem for them, and that is where KCB are enjoying, and that is where KCB are having their meat. That is where the lion is raiding the park. Strathmore Leo is now having a word under the post. I know the captain is frustrated. The players look a bit tired. I know it is from the scrums that they've been having, but for them to come back, they need to keep their heads high. They need to protect their try box. They need to stop the KCB Rugby players from gaining those meters. Six minutes to play. KCB taking the lead. The score's 19, Strathmore Leo's 3. Gideon Makumi eagerly waiting for the chasers to come and align themselves. Leshan Laile calling the ball for himself. On this side we can see Elvis Olikusi on the first spot, ready, calling for the ball to be kicked on his end. Winger Isaac Njoroge going high for the ball. KCB decide to run it out on their own half. There comes the offload. It is a loose ball. KCB recover it again from their half, and Constant comes calls for the knock-on. Strathmore Leos continue to play in the right areas, making the right decisions here, but they're not really executing it when it comes to the play. Gideon Makumi having a word with Jarrell Wendo on whether they should play the 10-15, all play to the big boys. Okola and Felix Maina wanting it all for themselves here, the center crash. KCB defense lining it up. Isaac Njoroge controlling the defense, calling Lionel Angeletti to watch on the outside. As Constant Cap calls for the forwards to set on the scrum. So many scrums for the first half. Coaches need to go there in the locker room, talk about on what are they not doing right. Is it the handling errors? So many forward pass, so many knock-ons from both sides. The scrum is looking good. They decide to play it. Okola with a short line, breaks through the tackle. There comes Okola. Okola goes out wide, play it wide, and there comes the Strathmore Leos now looking good on their play. They decide to play it wide. Still in the KCB 22, with the ball, they decide to run it out wide. Wendo calling in for the forwards, they grind into the 5. Slowly and patiently building so that they can execute of the play. There comes the ball into the hands of Visa. Lionel Angeletti decide to go for the intercept. According to me, that was a clear chance of a try scoring opportunity. He went for the ball, he didn't go for the tackle. The referee should check on that. I can see the TJ having a close discussion with the center referee in whether it was a deliberate knock-on. For me, he decided to go for the intercept. Did he get it? But he showed both our hands. It is not a yellow card. He gets away with that one. A player is down. You can see a KCB Rugby player being attended to. Strathmore Leo's ball. What a line from Shem Okola, the big number 12, Shem Okola. debuted against Uganda in the last year Elgon Cup competition in Kisumu, had a good run under coach Jerome Powerwater. Now here in Strathmore, Leos doing the same, beating in defenders and making it hard for his opponent, his opposition, to have to catch him. It was a good play from Darrell Wendo and Gideon Makumi. Makumi having his eyes out on the field. Strathmore Leos decide to go for another scrum, looking at what's working for them best this time. But it's KCB ball. The scrum is looking good, low. KCB decided to run it from their own half into the 22, playing it into the 15. Green players all wanting the ball, all calling for the ball. There comes the missed tackle. Breaks through the second tackle, still going at the KCB players. There comes Elvis Olukusi with the offload. Still going at the KCB Rugby players. Green bodies all over the line as they grind into the 50 of the Strathmore Leos. Going into the 22, into the 40. There comes the offload. Missed pass from Lionel Angeletti as the ball finds touch. The ball still in play. Bob Muhati with the ball. He touched the offload. There comes the first break from Emmanuel Opondo. Decide to run contact, being held at the 40. KCB decide to go for the up and under. Tayo very well aware that he can't get the ball. He decided to shape the ball on the Strathmore Leos side. They decide to go for the kick. So much pressure. Both sides making handling areas on the contact area. KCB having a little bit of an overlap here on Isaac Njoroge wing, calling for the ball. Lionel Angeletti decide to fumbles on the kick. Bob Muhati rescues the ball just to keep it in play. Line out good from the KCB side. Not passes. Passes not working right now for the KCB Rugby guys. They decide to call it. And there comes the carry. There comes the short line. And this breaks through the first tackle. Lionel Angeletti continue going. Beats his number 15. And there comes the carry. He decides to offload. KCB still grinding in their own 5 at the Strathmore Leos, showing a little bit. No. And there comes the try. Too easy. Too easy here for the bankers. The students have had it for the first half. 39 seconds to play. And we can see already a lot of body down at the try box. They're calling it in. They have had enough. Captain Ian Machete calling in at the forwards, having a talk. We can see Gideon Makumi lining the backs, giving a little bit of an instruction. Gideon Makumi and Bana Basso being the experienced players here at the Strathmore Leos squad. They've played for over 6 seasons right now. Started their journey way back in 2016. Climbed through the ranks from ESS to the Kenya Cup League here. Now senior players from this side, showing a little bit of composure from their side. Constant Cup having a run here the first half, saying it's enough. Calling it KCB taking a lead here. 24 the scores. Strathmore Leos 3. Umestop. Nami naendelea. Niendelee.
News ya it's radio. Mimi nakuja kuchukua news ya radio ya shule. Alikuwa kumwona tangaza hiyo.
As we break for the halftime, let's talk about the handling areas that has happened in this game. Yeah? Twende break.
Bro, you did great.
Yeah.
I had to come and literally see, hey, Kwani, who is this doing this?
Yeah.
You did great. This is very good.
But zinanikamata moja moja we.
Sana nimeleta maji.
chukue blitha kiasi.
Sasa chukua blitha.
But iko sawa.
Sasa.
And we are back. And we are back at the second half, starting with an electrifying action. Strathmore Leos breaking on from their own half. We can see Visa had the chase and grabber, but he just failed to get out on the catch. His teammates applauding the effort of work that he just did in the first minute of the game. Strathmore Leos having some little bit of belief here that they can really actually come back into this game and make it a draw. Down goes Joseph Otieno. Sorry, that's Shemo Kola. Down goes Shemo Kola. We can see the physios attending to him. It's the ankle. Hope he's doing okay. It's just a spring that he had. He's gonna get back into the field. He just needs some attendance. And he's back on his feet. Scrum for KCB. That last knock from Visa. But Strathmore here really putting a lot of pressure into the KCB guys. Now KCB playing into their own territory. Let's see if they're gonna have a run at it or kick for touch. And they decide to go for the kick. It's a good kick from Lionel Angeletti. Hooker Tubey calling for the ball. We can see Captain Ian Machete already calling in for the numbers. Strathmore Leos lining up on their set of play. Gabriel Aimba also calling from his side. Strathmore Leos now really looking confident here that they can really execute this play. Let's see what they have in hand. The throw is good. But what are the jumpers doing in these scenarios? But there comes the carry from Afula. KCB players trying to get back on side. Chacha decide to go on the carry, and that's a big hit from the big boy. KCB here, now defending in their own territory. Second half really looking promising for Strathmore Leos. Big carries, gaining the field, gaining the yards here, playing in the right area. They had the right word in the locker room. The coaches said what he had to say, and now the players are executing. KCB lining up again for yet another kick that is infield. Gideon Makumi calling it. It's a good bounce in the line. Gideon Makumi was calling for it. There's a confusion between him and his winger Gabriel Aimba. They're still having a little chit-chat on whose ball was that. Strathmore Leos really trying to execute their set piece here. Everything now is working. Can these seconds now execute on the line out? It was the first mistake happened there on the miscommunication. Now the jump is good. There comes Wendo with the ball. Goes in. First carry. KCB tried to fish for the ball. The ruck was set. Strathmore Leos now on advantage. Gideon Makumi deciding to go for the grab. Advantage not gained. Strathmore Leos still playing with the ball. Darrell Wendo decide to go for the short line. Advantage not gained. Constant curve. The center referee decide to take it back at the mark. Strathmore Leos now looking promising in the attack, in the execution, in everything that they are doing. It is looking great. Now, can they really get to the try box? Can they really force this team to make an error? Can they really force KCB to play in their own territory so that they can get everything right and at least get at least a point on the board? Once again, Captain Ian Machete entrusting his forwards to go for the line out. It is working for them. There, Makumi puts the kick. They find touch. Few meters away from the 22, they are into the 40. KCB decide to go to the bench for the first time. Steve Wamai giving in way for Rocky. The ball was good from the Strathmore Leos. There comes the first carry. Oh, he slides down. Ball still Strathmore Leos. There comes the hard carry. Constant Caps call it no advantage gain. The ball is still Strathmore's ball. Strathmore Leos also decide to go back.
Alipata semi.
Joseph Otieno back in the field. Out goes Dennis Mbila, who is looking out, who is walking out as if he's limping. There might be a problem with that right leg. Dennis Mbila really put in a shift on the last match at the cage, earning him the man of the match. Probably paid off here this weekend. Olola decided to take the first carry. Strathmore Leos is good. And there comes the knock-on from Strathmore Leos. Now these are the mistakes we are talking about. Rugby is a game of inches. Strathmore Leos not really executing on their set pieces, not executing on their plays. A lot of handling areas from the side that are costing them, but they are really playing on the good area. They are really playing, they are really trying their hearts out. But the execution now is not coming. Gabriel Aimba trying to correct Shem Olola on the carry. Olola saying he's all right. The ruck was secured. KCB winning the scrum there off a Strathmore Leos knock-on. Michael Wanjala taking it in. Ball is with 8. KCB decide to run on their own 22. The ball goes into the hands of Isaac Njoroge, who decides to play it with Jack Oje. Jack Oje straight on one with Darrell Wendo. Darrell Wendo decides to take down Jack Oje. I told you about this boy, Darrell Wendo. His defensive skill, his attacking skill has been quite impressive. Being able to stop a running tank like Jack Oje. That was good. Wow, good stuff from Darrell Wendo. Nice play, nice defense. The referee calls for a high tackle, but the attempt was nice, trying to stop him to the try area. Isaac Njoroge lines up for the kick for touch. It is good. Line out for KCB into the 22 of the Strathmore Leos. The boys from Madaraka here feeling the pressure. Really trying to figure out what's not working and what's working for them. Playing in the light areas that KCB is beating them. There comes the B-ball from Mike Manjala straight into the hands of Jack Oje. Second carry of Oje has been stopped. Strathmore is really defending here. And the final decision has been made. KCB scores yet another try into the second half, bringing the scores 24. Strathmore Leos still with the 3 on the board as Isaac Njoroge lines up to take yet another kick. Isaac Njoroge and his impressive comeback in the green jersey has started all the games, now looking fit to play. Doing very good on the wing, playing both fullback and wing. And you see, this is the good thing about KCB Rugby, being able to rotate all their players. You can see Elvis Olukusi, who is a lock, playing at back row. KCB is able to rotate all of their positions depending on the skills and what you offer in training and during game day. Back to the kick of Gideon Makumi.
Game going on, KCB taking on Strathmore Leos. Current scores, KCB leading by 30.
Gideon Makumi lines up for the kick. Conversion was good. KCB 31, Strathmore Leos 3. The carry was good, the kickoff was taken good by KCB. He's brought to ground by the Strathmore Leos. Referee calling for the release. They're going to the back door. They decide to run it wide, with Elvis Olukusi decide to step out of one tackle. Steps out of 2, but not breaking the third tackle, being tackled. And there comes the short line from Whitelock Mususi, who is an Elgon Gam champion, and Strathmore Leos winning the scrum. Michael Wanjala decided to go for the tap, knowing clearly very well that it was not their ball, trying to confuse the referee. Strathmore Leos really winning the penalty over here. Darrell Wendo lining up for the points, deciding to go for the 3. Darrell Wendo and the impact that he's bringing to this team. Talk about boys who have had to play this game. All of them, number 9s. His fellow teammate Arnold, that's where he gets his steps from. Arnold is still out due to shoulder injury, which he suffered during the Oilers game. We still wish him a quick recovery. Darrell Wendo lining up for the post. And there goes the kick. It's a good kick. And it's a little bit short. Short, that is wide. A little bit of power in that kick. He had it all right. The direction was good. Everything was all right. A little bit of power of that kick. He could have gotten it in. Conversion wide. 22 drop kick KCB. They decide to run it deep down into the 22. Visa, we're calling for the ball. He decides to kick it. Does he find ground? Oh yes, and he finds touch. Good kick from Visa, who spotted the gap and wait for the... Registration. Ball with KCB. Andy Kolo good on the line out. They decide to take a B-ball. Joseph Chweks on the tackle. That was a brilliant tackle from Joseph Chweks. That was a positive tackle. Isaac Njoroge decide to run it down. The kick is good. Straight out, that was a straight out. The TJ calls for the straight out. Good play there from Strathmore Leos. A lot of pressure on the KCB side. Joseph Otieno putting pressure on the first ball carrier over there, forcing the error to make Isaac Njoroge to go for the kick. Strathmore Leos lining up for the line out. Ian Machete calling in for the numbers. We can see Darrell Wendo still forming at the pod. Makush having to run it. That was an handling there, error from Dennis Tubey, who gives it away easily to the KCB. The execution of Strathmore Leos at this moment is very poor, having to make a lot of mistakes in their set pieces. That was a good one. They were in the right area. They could have decided to go for a maul. Okola wanted the ball for himself outside. Makumi was ready to do his thing. That little error from Dennis Tubey making them to go back. The lineout is good from Dennis now. Gideon Makumi decides to run it up wide, and there comes Joseph Otieno with the carry. Breaks through the first tackle, the second tackle. Darrell Wendo lines up for the box kick. The kick. Austin Sikutwa calling for it. That's a good take. He takes it on the tackle. Isaac Njoroge. That was a brilliant tackle. Once again, from Leshan Laile. Bob Muhati with the ball in hand. Gideon Makumi having to knock the ball deliberately. Constant Cup reaching here for his pockets. Gideon Makumi might be in here in a mistake. Made the error in a try scoring opportunity. I think he's going to be sent at the bin. Yeah, and it receives a yellow card. That's Strathmore Leos will go another 10 minutes without their potential number 10. That's another 10 minutes out for Gideon Makumi, the number 10, who has had a very brilliant run in the first half. A costly mistake costing him to go to the bin with 25 minutes on the clock to play. Strathmore Leos going for the 8-man lineout. The lineout was good. Ball into the hands of Bob Muhati. There comes the B-ball. The tackle was awesome, but he decided to break through the first tackle. Strathmore Leos now trying to get up on their feet. The KCB decide to run it out on the blind side. They don't have that so much numbers. The ruck is secured. Ball comes in field. There comes the ball, and it's a knock-on from the KCB guys. Ball is secured by the Strathmore Leos. Darrell Wendo decided to go for the box kick. Advantage is not gained on the knock-on. Strathmore Leos will have the scrum on their own 22. KCB not actually executing so much of their set plays. Not having a good day today in office. Or rather, you can say that a team that has scored more than 70 points in the last 2 games that they played. Strathmore Leos really showing some good efforts in their defense, but not really playing in the right areas and executing the play. Darrell Wendo feeds in the ball to the scrum. Strathmore Leos win the collision point, getting the penalty, and now KCB Rugby wondering what's not working for them. What should they change? We can see Oliver Mangeni deciding to go on the bench as Patrick Ouko warms up. Too short to get that ball. Emmanuel Opondo trying to get that kick. Strathmore Leos now into the half of the KCB Rugby. Out goes Whitehide Mususi and Eric Mieso. In comes Patrick Ooko. KCB now having a change, deciding to have a change on their front row on what's not working on those scrums. Chacha wants it ball by Chacha goes for the card. There comes the hit from Chacha. Oh my God, what a carry from Chacha. Now Strathmore Leos want to play it out wide. They all want the ball from the set. There comes the second carry from Felix Njenga. Both sides are open. Visa for the kick. He decides to run it up. The kick is good under Jack Oje. Joseph with the breaks through the first tackle, breaks through the second tackle, fights through the third tackle. Jacob now showing what he can do with, while attacking. KCB easy on their set play, taking the game slowly, putting Strathmore now here under pressure. They decide to go out wide. Dummies on the first dummy. There comes the offload, out the pass. What brilliant rugby from KCB. There comes the B-ball now. You can see the forwards rotating, backs walking around all over the field. The number 13 calling the ball for himself. He's all alone. Strathmore Leos not going for the turnover. Elvis Olukusi takes it into the H. You can see the forwards now carrying towards the H. KCB now here angry for some point. They know now that the meat is on the bone and they want to chew it out. The Lion now actually building up in the park. Strathmore Leos not letting it go. Trying to milk a penalty. Trying to win a penalty from their own half here. KCB fans under pressure. And ball won. Strathmore Leos knock on KCB. And that's what we are talking about. KCB not really executing well in the Strathmore Leos territory. They're getting in there. They're playing it into the right areas, into the 22, into the 5. But that one last pass, either from the scrum half or the fly half, it has to be a knock-on. Now you can see the dancing Rasta Brian Wahinya warming up. That clearly tells you that it's either Emmanuel Opondo or Michael Wanzala. One of them is going to the bench. A lot of errors have been made from the scrum to the racks. That will allow space for Brian Wahinya to bring his dancing skill into the stage. Brian Wahinya, who recently represented the Shogun Rugby Sevens in the Safari Sevens, went to Dubai, had a good run over there with Captain Tony Omondi. Now here back to play for his local side, KCB Rugby. Brian Wahinya goes in for Michael Wanjala. Emmanuel Opondo will retain the number 10 jersey as Brian Wahinya goes in at 9. Michael Wanjala, 2 times Kenya Cup champion with KCB. At Nandi Bears, we can remember that great comeback at Nandi Bears. Michael Wanjala putting in quite a show with Vincent Onyala. KCB now having space on the wide areas, deciding to run it out wide. Isaac Njoroge takes the first carry. We can see a lot of bodies piling up. Strathmore Leos not really getting it right into their lining speeds and defense lines. Trying to counter that rack. They win the ball. The rack was good. That was a turnover. Michael Sultan Dam is one, and there comes the kick. Really getting around there. The take was good. Brian Wahinya calling for it. We can see now a lot of space being created on the wide areas. Elvis Olukusi with the ball on the wide. Breaks through the first tackle, breaks through the second tackle. It is held up on the third tackle. KCB have run it wide. Strathmore Leos with the blitz defense. All bodies up. Mike goes in, all in. And there comes the pass that is going to be the defender. And the advantage not gained by KCB. We are going to go back for the offside line. Strathmore Leos really showing some brilliant job on the defense here. Putting their body on the line. The blitz defense is working for them. KCB not really having options here. They are under pressure to execute their gameplay. Coach Oliver Mangeni talks to his fellow technical bench on what's not working for them. They decide to go on the scratch and tap. Gabriel Aimba decide to make the tackle. Not out though. KCB Rugby building up slowly into the 5 of Strathmore Leos. Showing some good play here. Strathmore Leos showing some big heart. The students are up here for all the way from Madaraka. They decide to go on the bench. Out comes Felix Njenga. Felix Njenga, who had a run with Oilers the last season, came from the refinery to join the students in Nairobi. Had his debut at the Impala Floodlights, played against Nonis, had a good run on the KCB fifth plate finals. Oh my God, it was not, they didn't go on the bench. Felix Maina is on the bin. Strathmore Leos down to, Strathmore Leos down to 13 men. Gideon Makumi having a few more minutes on the bin. We can see team manager telling him to warm up as Felix Mahina join him on the bin. On the blitz defense comes Strathmore Leos. KCB decide to run it out wide. Tayo defending it with the blitz defense. And there comes they score. KCB put themselves again on the board.
KCB with a try scorer is Austin Sikutwa.
Austin Sikutwa, the speedster from Oilers to the Green Boys. He came all the way from the refinery, joined the Green Army, donned the number 11 jersey. He's having a good run here today with the Strathmore Leos. Already scored a try. What a good man. Isaac Njoroge lining up for the kick. Strathmore Leos having to feel a little bit of pressure. KCB enjoying their time on this game. KCB lacking a few of their most experienced players. Vincent Onyala is out on injury. Festus Shiasi out in Cape Town doing what he does best. Having a run out with the Kenya Sevens. Captain Samuel Asati also missing out, a big name for the Bankers. The boys are having a very good run at Cape Town. Gideon Makumi is back. Gideon Makumi is back at number 10. We can see Strathmore Leos deciding to go on the bench. Tayo has had enough for the day. 15 minutes, Visa is in. Gideon Makumi lines up for the kick. The kick is good from Gideon Makumi. And there comes Strathmore Leos now back in the KCB 40, having to run. You can see Joseph Otieno calling at it at the center post. Shem Okolo is joining the pod. They're all around. Gideon Makumi is covered all around with big boys. Victor Sangani is lining up behind the pod. And there comes the pass that is going to be the defenders. Nice defense from KCB as they try to counter the ruck. Nice pass there from Daryl Wendo. Daryl Wendo calls the forwards to rotate. And there comes the big carry from Chacha. They decide to run it out wide. Michael decides to play it. Wahinya on the Visa. There's gonna be the referee is going to consult there is TJ on who took the ball out. Visa took it out. It is there's a little bit of confusion there. I can't understand what actually happened, but Wahinya we go to the bin. He just came in, 13 minutes to play. You take him out for 10 minutes. That only means that KCB will be down 14 men with one halfback on the bin. Everyone is amazed. The fans are smiling. It was a tough call from the TJ. Joseph Mumo, a really experienced TJ. I know he's sure on what he's doing. That was the right call from his side. I know he has handled pressure, refed at all levels. He left on the under 2021 games that were held at Nyayo back in 2021 and 2022. where Kenya we were champions. And now he's here today, reffing the big game at Madaraka. Strathmore Leos having the first carry through Shemo Kola, winning the contact area. We can see Raymond Chacha coming in for the carry. That is a good carry from Raymond Chacha. Captain Yamansheti with the offload. Strathmore Leos now building up slowly, getting the right plays, driving into the KCB 22. Darrell Wendo calling in the forwards to go in, carry towards the H. The play is with him. The Strathmore Leos guys looking confident they to secure here some points. KCB to counter the ruck. Constant Cup calling the offside line from the KCB players. You can see the forwards rotating, cutting the ball towards the heads. KCB grinding here from their side. It is open on the open side. There comes the pass that is going to be the defenders. And there comes the ball. He's in. Constant Cups call for a forward pass. Strathmore Leos really showing a little bit of change there in their attack. Now attacking very good and having to execute their plays very well. But as I said in the first half, a lot of handling areas in this game. So much scrum. The weather is good. It is not a wet ball, but we can see that there's so much scrums in this game.
KCB leading by 36 to Strathmore Leos 3.
The den is packed to the beam. Fans are starting to celebrate on the KCB win, but it's not what they expected. And there comes another handling error from KCB. Talk about handling errors. Playing on their own 22, deciding to play on their own 22. Strathmore Leos with their defense lines forcing KCB to make the handling error. And now they are full speed of winning the scrum. Gideon Makumi consulting it in with the young blood who just came in, Victor Sangani, who wants to run it out wide. Gabriel Aimba forming in between Victor Sangani and Gideon Makumi. The scrum is good. He breaks out of one, he breaks out of two, and there comes Gabriel Aimba, and Strathmore Leos are into the try box. Gabriel Aimba stepping into the Strathmore Leo, into the KCB guys, having a run at it. Talk about Gambia and his dance move. These boys are real TikToker.
Current scores: KCB 36, Strathmore Leos 8. Try scorer Gabriel Aimba.
Talk about Gabriel Aimba and his dancing skills on and off the field. This boy is a real TikToker. You go in TikTok, you find him there. You find him off the field. Gabriel Aimba putting Strathmore Leos ahead as Darrell Wendo lines up for the kick. Darrell Wendo lines up for the kick. He has already got two. Misses a little bit wide on this one, not really composing on himself. You can see his fellow halfback Arnold Muita walking off the field, touching on that shoulder, but giving him a little bit on some advice on what he should do. Felix Njenga ready to go back on the field, warming up, having a little bit discussion with the team manager on what they should execute and what they should do. KCB lining up for the field, for the kick. Elvis Odekusi on the chest. The cook, as the kick on 10, no, Jacob has it. It is a scrum against the KCB. Strathmore Leos now really playing some good rugby over here and starting to believe on themselves. KCB are forced to make a lot of errors. With only 9 minutes to play, Strathmore Leos will be looking to add other points on the scoreboard. The home team here in green, the away boys here in red. A lot of rugby has been played today. Fine rugby, beautiful rugby from the students. Good rugby from the Lions here as they continue to seek their title defense. Gabriel Aimba with the ball, and there comes Victor Sangani with the first contact. The release was good, and there comes Joseph Otieno with a big carry, running it straight into the opponent's face. Leshan Laile decide to take it all by himself. They decide to run it out wide. Does he have numbers to have them? They decide to come back in field. Strathmore Leos now building slowly in their set of play, but they're now beating the defense line over here. They are not having that gain line. I thought it was a turnover ball. They won it back. Jacob Oche receiving on the kick. Will he have a run at it? Yes, he does. And there comes Jacob Oche with a run. Takes one, takes two, but is taken on the three. Whenever Jacob Oche is with the ball, you anticipate that electrifying run. Talking about Jacob Oche having the ball, anticipating that electrifying run. You remember the carry back at the National 7 circuit where he had Olympian Dennis Abukuse on his knees. Strathmore Leos not really there executing on their Gabriel Aimba, going high on the tackle. Decide to save that tackle. A lot of green bodies running into the Strathmore Leos guys. Strathmore Leos now winning the penalty again. Strathmore Leos now winning the penalty. KCB making a lot of handling errors, especially when they get into the 22 of the Strathmore Leos. With not so many options left, not so many subs, KCB will have to play down to 14 men as Rasta Brian Wainya still on the bin. Strathmore Leos winning the contact area, but a player is down there being attended to. The referee says play on, is not going to interfere with the play. Strathmore Leos now having a run. Dennis Tubey decides to take it in. There comes the overflow. That was a knock-on from Strathmore Leos. There comes the kick from Gabriel Aimba. The kick was not inside the 22, it is a straight out. Strathmore Leos now being forced to make a lot of errors in their own half. The lineout was good. There comes the carry from Elvis Olukusi. That was a high tackle from Strathmore Leos. The referee's hand is out. The advantage was not played. KCB decided to go for a quick tap. There comes the big carry from Rocky. Gabriel Aimba holding on to him. Can he hold enough? There comes the try. KCB going ahead on the scoreboard. Strathmore Leos really showing a lot of effort here, but the KCB are just too good for the Madaraka boys. Brian Wainya is up on his feet, ready to embark. You can see the TJ checking what time is left on the clock. The conversion is good from Isaac Njoroge. Brian Wainya is back on the field. KCB are back to 15 men.
Bringing the scores to KCB.
KCB not really having a lot of options here right now. Oliver Mangeni decided to have two backs. Oliver Mangeni decided to have two backs on the bench. They're out of subs here. The boys have bought their all. Strathmore Leos still wanting more, bringing in the 27 spirit. You can see they're all calling in for Gideon Makumi to put the ball on the shorter side. And there comes the kick. The chase is good from Joseph Otieno, forcing the handling area. And there comes the kick. The ball was good. No advantage was played there. But it was a knock-on, first mistake there from KCB. Gabi already now calling for another dancing style move. We can see Victor Sangani forming immediately behind Makush. Visa running it wide. The ball is at 8 now. The ball is out. They decide to run it out. Visa with the short line. Let's talk about Visa. As Bob Muhati manhandling him, there comes the penalty. Strathmore Leos winning the collusion. The turnover was good, but the advantage is not gained. The ball is Strathmore Leos. They decide to go for points. They decide to go for the points. The execution is good. Strathmore Leos now playing in the right areas. You can see the KCB players, the tighted prop, Patrick Ouko, having a word with his fellow counterparts. Brian Waenya just having a word there with Jacob Oje. As we wait for Daryl Wendo as he lines up for the kick. Strathmore Leos wanting to add some points here on the board. The kick was good from Daryl Wendo. The kick went a little bit wide there.
So to start, KCB leading by 43. Strathmore Leos 8.
Scores still remain at KCB 43, Strathmore Leos 8. Daryl Wendo missing there on a lot of kicks. He might left his shooting boots on the dressing room. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's the fatigue. The leg now is heavy. There comes the grabber. Constant Cup calls for a knock-on off the kick. For me, it was a charge down. It looked like a charge down from the Strathmore Leos player because it was off a kick from the Isaac Njoroge. But at the end of the day, the referee is always right, and the call is Constant Cup. And the call is his. KCB now winning the scrum in their own half. Brian Wahinya deciding to organize a set of play between Bob Muhati and Tyson Maina. You can see Jacob Oje coming in at the wing, opening wide. KCB having a run at their own 22. With the high risk, actually give a reward. Let's wait and see. The ball is at 8, the scrum is good. Ball at Wahinya. Decide to run it wide. Same play that was done by Strathmore Leos. KCB now executing well. The ball is with Jacob Oje. You can see, the tackle was missed from Michael Sultan, but covered in. There comes the knock-on. Ball into the hands of the Strathmore Leos player. The ruck was good. The shorter side is open. Gideon Makumi into the hands of Gabi. Dancing TikToker. There he comes now. Just loses the ball in contact. The ball, there comes Wahinya with the ball. Steps on out of one. He decides to sit. He takes the tackle now. KCB have lost the ball. They have numbers on their outside. They decide to play it out wide. The ball goes out for a line out. And ladies and gentlemen, that the game comes to an end. As the final scores, KCB 43, Strathmore Leos. That was a good game from the Leo side. They didn't get where they came from here at Waraka, but at least they showed some fighting spirit from their side. We can see a lot of players coming in from the field, off from the field with a lot of knocks, showing with a lot of effort that they put in this game. A good play here from KCB. This means that they retain their top position in the Kenya Cup leg heading into the match, getting into week 4, with the teams going for the festive break this season, for the last season in 2024. We hope to see you again in the same time in 2020-25. But still a lot of games lined up for you next Saturday with the Enterprise Cup back into action. Strathmore Leos will be traveling all the way to Ngongre to host the KCB. Will also have a run here at the Den as the Kenya Cup takes a break, and we'll meet you here again in the 2024-2025 as Kenya Cup continues. Thank you for all our fans, for all who have subscribed to the channel. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, remember it is Evansbet TV. Go hit the like and subscribe button for more rugby and intense rugby action across the country. Also remember to support the Evansbet Rugby TV channel through across all platforms. Through across all platforms in Instagram, Facebook, and on social media. Evansbet Rugby TV. I'm your commentator Sullivan Japaso. Thank you, and may you have a blessed day.